Well, welcome back to Mr. Smith Garage. So this is what we're going to look at today. I feel like I've worked too much on this. So we're going to get started. You can see I've already got basically the air box off of there. Okay. So interestingly enough, the tough part about this is that I've got oil in the oil tank. So some of this I might speed up for you so that you don't have to watch the whole process. Let me show you what's in here. So to get this off, we're going to take off all of our water hoses here. Electrical. There's also an electrical up here at the front. We're going to take off these water hoses. We're going to make sure that our spark plug wires are all back out of the way. Got to take our cover off. We're going to take our carburetors off. All of our lines so that it's easy to pull out. Then we're going to take off the exhaust piece. That will give me access to the engine. We'll take off the motor mounts, and then we'll just lift it out. We're gonna get into the bottom of it, and at the bottom of it is where we're gonna be able to see if I can actually fix it without pulling the whole engine apart. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. So I think this is a pretty good angle. Let's give it a try. So I use these clamps because they don't come off very easily, but when you're trying to process through an engine pull, it makes it a little bit more difficult. The one you want to be really careful about is the one that's attached to the pump. Just because I've actually had one of the nozzle that goes onto the carburetor break off from the pump one, because I was just a little too hard on it. So you have to be really careful with that one. And just make sure you try to pull it straight off. Don't put too much twisting on it. Try to come straight up. There we go. That one came straight off. Let's see, the next one is the fuel line. It's easier to get once the carburetors are off because it's at the bottom, but I need to clamp that one off. That's not it, it's this one here. Just a little bit of fuel. Got our bolts coming out, which have a washer on them. Four carburetor bolts, four washers. These have a little Allen key. That's your choke. That's a 2mm. 10mm is your throttle adjusting cable. Put that nut back on there so that it won't fall out. That's actually my oil pump. That's the oil pump cable. Goes to the oil pump. I thought that was the problem. It's not the problem. Problem is definitely something inside the engine. Okay, I'm going to take the choke off. This one especially, you just want to put that nut right back on there so it doesn't slip off. Okay, there's your carburetors. We're about 20 minutes in now. This is where it gets dirty. So the oil line down here is, I've got to clamp it off. Otherwise it's going to just leak oil all over everything. So that's my next one to clamp off. Unplug my electrical here. Okay, let's see here. Probably take off this next. When I put this together last time, you can see I've got a lot of kind of RTV on there. I didn't have time to get a gasket set. I just kind of wanted to test it out, make sure it was going to work okay. And so anyway, I got a gasket set this time. When I put it all back together, we'll put some clean gaskets on there. Okay. Big clamp back here. Is that 13? It's 13. So I have these ratcheting wrenches, but I can't find my 13. I think it's in one of the vans. I can't find it. You know, they say you always lose the 10 millimeter, but I think sometimes you lose the 13 too. I found it. That's what I want. Okay, I'm hoping that I didn't lose you, but I might have lost you because it said my camera lost connection. Anyway, so we've got now the exhaust piece out. That's undone. So we need to undo that oil line and that oil line. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. Lost battery power. So, getting a little warm out here in the garage, in Mr. Smith garage. Let me just make sure you got a sight of this. So this is what we did. We took the motor out of there, right? So just oil in the bottom, all my disconnected pieces. Okay. This is what we got going on in here. Just a lot of oil. So you can see we got just loads of oil in there. I put it in a spot that it relieves it. It actually doesn't go anywhere. So what we're gonna do is that's it for tonight. I'm gonna get this thing up on the bench, and then I'll go ahead and edit this last few stuff and throw it out there for you. Tomorrow we tear into it a little bit deeper. So tomorrow night. Like I said, I work during the day, so I usually only get to do this at night. This is also Cool April Nights week here in Northern California, and so I also have a few car shows I'm trying to get to. One I'm going to take the Porsche to. Took one the other day to Locust Street Auto, so hopefully you got a chance to see that and enjoyed that quick video. Please do subscribe and let me know if I'm doing anything that I shouldn't be doing. Again, the thing I'm thinking that's wrong with this engine is that the seals in the bottom crank are leaking somehow. And so my thought is to pull most of the front end part of this off so I can get access to the bottom. It's not really a pan, but basically the bottom of that engine, that case. I'm going to pull that off and see if I can put some RTV in there maybe, and or see what it looks like first, because I did get this engine sold to me by somebody. It was pretty expensive. It ran for about less than 10 hours, and then I had this problem with it. So obviously something didn't get rebuilt right, or something's going on down bottom of the engine there that's pulling that oil through into the cylinders. So thank you for joining me today, and we'll see you again tomorrow.